frequencies, everyone. Whew. Last night dream took me all the way around and then some. I was going through portals and jumping timelines. And it was a group. I'm just gonna go right into it because it's so much. And hopefully as I'm talking more will come to my memory about the dream. But it was this collective group that could go through portals. The group first started off, first part of the dream, I remember this collective group was at this house I had out in the country. And we were farming. But this group also formed what was like a band of some sort. It was two women that could sing, and then it was about 4 or 5 men that played different instruments and that could sing too. So they formed like this band together. Then it's like some of that group ended up jumping a timeline, which was very weird. Or I ended up jumping through the timeline. I don't know. I left that space. And then next thing I know, I am on horseback. And we are actually in this place where we are, it's, oh God, I hate to say like the west. But it was like this place where we were able to get like a horse and carriage. We were fighting against different oppressors in this. And what's interesting is that I had a third eye view to some of it, and then a first eye perspective as well in between all of this going on. But we were on horseback, and it was like we was taking things. It was like we were going through these little towns. We would get new horses, faster horses, and carriage, and upgrade ourselves. We would take the supplies that we needed, whatever we needed, we would take it. If somebody tried to shoot us or dodge, it was like we were invincible. We were dodging bullets. We were jumping over gates and fences, like these wooden fences, or the horses would run through the fences. And there was one part of it, I saw this woman. I was having this third eye view of this woman just running, and the horse was running and just jumped up over the wooden fence and then down and then ran straight through a fence, and they was just going. And it was dark. And then it was like we were running the horses were running so fast, and we were ready to move on, that it was like I jumped through another portal. In this portal, I was with some other women, and it was like we were in like an old state prison. But the guard handcuffed my left wrist, but did not handcuff my right wrist. She was like, I'm gonna leave that free and open. I'm gonna give you an advantage because I know that you are not gonna be able to beat up these women in here. And so it was me, and then I had a crew of like 3 other women that came in with me. And so the women tried us, and we came in, and we was beating their ass up. Like we was tearing them up, like they thought that they had an advantage. And we was like beating them up left and right. And so one of the girls thought that she was faster than me with the handwork, and she wasn't. But then I told my other friend that was with me, I was like, this one is for you. You come in, you take care of her. She is more on your style of fighting, so you fight her. So that was wild. So that dream, I ended up going through another portal. going through another portal. Through this portal was interesting because I end up in this, I end up in this home where this is my house. I was younger, and we were extremely wealthy. But there was an hurricane or a tornado, I think it was like a tornado, that was coming through to our town. We were looking at the news or something that was saying it was coming through Winville. And we live right next to Winville. Don't even know what Winville is. But anyway, I'm telling the people that are in the house, and just like, we need to, because we were having a meeting or something. I was telling them, okay, we need to cut this short. We need to close the shutters, the windows, all the closet doors, like everything needs to be shut down. And then as we started doing that, it started raining really, really, really heavy. And it felt like we were planning for a wedding. That's what it was. We were planning for a wedding. And I went upstairs in my closet area, had all these shoes and everything. I was like, gotta push these shoes back and get them in the closet so we can close these doors and get everything in. And so that was a part of that portal. Then the dream switch, I forgot about this part. Then the dream switch where I'm in another timeline, go through another portal, I'm in another timeline. In this timeline, it's like I have this huge fruit. And we're in a group and they're telling me to go ahead so we can move out and go through the portal, go to another timeline. They're telling me to, throw it down. So part of the way to get through, I had to throw this fruit down, smash it with my foot, and it's like a flame or fire would come up and the portal will open and we would go through it. Another part of this dream was that I saw someone that I know that was stuck. He was stuck in a timeline. And he was in a timeline in which it was like he was enslaved, but he was the only person that was enslaved, and he was stuck in his head. And he wrote a letter. He wrote a letter to someone else, and he read the letter, and I was like, go get him. Can you go get him? He was like, I can't go get him. He was like, because he's not here. He's like, he can reach out to me, but I can't reach out to him. It was something about the timeline. He was like, the fact that he's not in this particular timeline, or he didn't even say timeline in the dream, but he said the fact that he's not here, he said, even though he wrote me a letter, I got it, but I can write him a letter back, but he said, I can't pull him out. He has to do that, and he has to know where he isn't real or something. It was wild. So, yeah, I just woke up with that. I haven't even had a chance to sit with it at all. But it was real interesting on how I was going through timelines. And the name that came to me is this guy's name, Jeremiah. Can't remember the last name. And when I woke up, I had several, when I was like in between state, I had several names. And then I woke up, I only remember Jeremiah. It was weird. But yeah, that was the jumping of the timelines in the dream state. And I haven't sat with it yet. Don't really know what all of it means. So I'm going to definitely do that. But I thought I'll share. Because this is the first time that I've jumped through timelines in my dream and went through portals, so there's something to all of that. So yeah, I just thought I'd share my dream from last night. It was very interesting. So have a great rest of your day, and peace. I frequency.